Canada's political landscape just got rocked on the eve of an election year. Quebec MP Maxime Bernier has launched the People's Party of Canada less than a month after quitting the Conservative Party, accusing it of abandoning its core values. The party is not yet registered with Elections Canada, but it has a name, a logo, a platform, and a pledge to run candidates in all 338 ridings next year. Bernier, he says, has even raised $140,000, even though he can't hand out tax receipts yet. As leader, Bernier insists he would change immigration levels, scrap supply management, and fight equalization payments made to provinces, among other things. But recent tweets about extreme multiculturalism and the cult of diversity have attracted some controversial followers. Joining me now, independent Quebec MP and founder of the People's Party of Canada, Maxime Bernier. Hi, Mr. Bernier. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you
Back on the show, I should say.
Thank you for this opportunity.
No problem. I appreciate your time. Today, during your press conference, you talked a lot about leaving the old Conservative, your former party, and the reasons.
Old, you're right.
No. Your words, not mine. And your reasons for starting this new one. And you said that your old party did not possess real conservative values. What is the definition to you of a real conservative?
When you speak about lower taxes, you must have a program and you must deliver on that. We don't know what is a program of the Conservative Party of Canada on that. You know what is my program: a flat tax for businesses, 2 tax rates for Canadians, 15% and 25%. When you speak about ending corporate welfare, Andrew Scheer is speaking about that, but we don't know what he's going to do, how he's going to do that. For me, it's simple. We will save $5 billion and use that to lower corporate income tax. So when you're a conservative, you must be for free markets. And they're not. With the support for the cartel, the dairy, poultry, and eggs, they want Canadians to pay twice the price for these products. So for me, if you believe in free trade, you must have a free trade in every industry, not having an exception, and to keep these producers their privilege. And it's a regressive tax on Canadians because, as you know, the poor are paying more for poultry, eggs, and chicken. But they are also spending more of their income of their budget on the nutrition. And
so are you saying, though, let's drill down on that concept of giving up supply management, because you've also said that we should just concede the program in our NAFTA negotiations with the U.S. Do you actually think just saying we're giving up on supply management will advance Canada's cause at the negotiating table?
For sure, yes.
Really?
Really. President Trump, he can say something a day and the opposite the other day. But on supply management, for the last 6 months, he is saying the same thing.
So just give him what he wants?
For sure, it would be good for Canadian consumers. Why protect?
But will it be good in the scheme of negotiating NAFTA? You're saying you're running for Prime Minister. I'm saying,
yes.
As Prime Minister, you would just say, Mr. Trump, this is what you want? Okay, here you go.
Yeah, here you go. You have that, but I want to have a deal. And so put that on the table and have a real debate about it. They don't want to put that on the table. And, it's a little bit bizarre that they want to protect 19,000 producers under supply management. 10% of the farmers in Canada are under supply management. 90%, they're not. They are in the free markets. So why try to protect a little group like that at the expense of the Canadian economy? 20% of our economy is at risk right now with these negotiations.
I understand the debate around the veracity of supply management, but what you're saying is that as Prime Minister, you would go up to Mr. Trump and say, I'm willing to give up all of my supply management system. I mean, given the negotiations that have gone on and on and on, do you actually think Canada would get anything good in return for that?
For sure. They want to keep the Chapter 19. They want to keep the cultural protection. So they can say to President Trump, it's very important for us, supply management, as a Liberal government, but we want a deal, and we'll put that on the table. What do you have to offer for that? That's a negotiation. They can do that. I hope they will do it.
So if you were at the negotiating table, what would be your sticking points? What would you defend? Would it be
chapter right now? What I'm reading in the news, because I'm not part of this negotiation, as you know, it's all private.
But you're going to be running for Prime Minister.
Yeah. What I'm reading in the news, Canada and our country, and I agree with that. They want to keep the Chapter 19. They want to keep the cultural exception. And what I'm reading right now, there's only 3 files on the table: Chapter 19, cultural exception, and supply management. It's easy. Give supply management and try to keep the 2 others.
Okay, let me move on to another aspect of your platform, because I read through it today and one thing jumped out. Obviously, immigration and the comments you've made on immigration have drawn a lot of attention. But specifically, you say in your platform, the vast majority of Canadians rightly expect immigrants to learn about our history and culture, master one of our official languages, and adopt widely shared Canadian values.
Yes.
How will you measure if Canadian values have been adopted?
That's a great question. Actually, right now, we don't have this challenge in Canada. Our people who came to Canada, they are coming and came in the past, and right now they are coming to share our Canadian values: equality before the law, equality between men and women, tolerance in the diversity. But I want our country to be like that 20 years from now. And so let's have a debate. And I want to be sure that we will focus on what unite us. What unite us is our Canadian values. And what I don't like from the Prime Minister right now, it's all about diversity, diversity, diversity. Yes, it's okay. We are a diverse country, and that's good for this country. But why not celebrate what unite us? And like that, you're going to give...
Do you really think what unites us, though, isn't being celebrated? Do you really think that...
If you look at what the Prime Minister is giving right now, is doing right now, and giving money to special groups to celebrate their difference, you know, they
what groups?
I won't name any group. We have an extreme multiculturalism policy, and that's why I'm saying it's extreme. We always want to celebrate what is the difference between one group and the other groups. Why not celebrate what unites us? People are coming in Canada for that. So that's what I'm saying, and I agree with you. I agree with you when you're saying that, you know, people that are coming to Canada, they are coming for Canadian value, yes, and we don't have the problems that other countries are having in Europe right now because of our system that we had the last half century. So just look at it and questioning that for the future to be sure that people who are coming here and putting maybe more emphasis also, more focus also on economic immigration. So let's have a debate about economic immigration, reunification of family, refugees. What is the ratio?
Refugees only make 16% of the refugees of the groups that are coming here.
Yeah.
That's a pretty low ratio.
Yeah, that's it. But let's have. Why not having more economic immigrants and a little bit less reunification of family? I just want to have this debate.
But you're not just calling for celebrating what unites us. You're saying you want to make sure people coming here adopt Canadian values. And I'm wondering, how will you measure that? How will you know that? Because you'll remember Kelly Leach brought up a way to do it, right?
Yes.
The values test. And it sounds a lot like that.
I don't have the answer of that right now. That's why I'm opening that debate, and I'm asking Canadians to share that with me and to help us to know what would be the best thing to do. I don't know. I don't have the solution about that. I'm just opening the debate and asking these questions.
Okay, let me ask you, though, because by opening the debate and not providing specific answers, how will you prevent, for example...
But I'm specific on the immigration. I'm against mass immigration, and I want to have...
You want to lower the numbers by 50,000.
Yes, I'm the only politician who's saying that.
But you're not being specific about how you will measure Canadian values and how you will measure...
I'm not specific right now, but I'm listening to Canadians, and 49% of Canadians are saying right now that we are having too many immigrants in this country. So let's open the debate. Immigration is good for this country, but I don't want Canadians to be against immigration. I want us to be sure that people who are coming here, they are coming for the right reason.
I want to ask, though, when you open up this debate, and I'm wondering, when you are going about the next year before the campaign, how do you make sure that your party isn't, and the image of your party isn't co-opted by a lot of the kinds of comments that are elicited by the ideas that you're proposing? And I'll read a couple of them from your group's Facebook page. In both Asian and European countries, intelligence has been very positively selected in determining who will survive and who will not. Each time a country accepts an immigrant with an IQ lower than its own average IQ, that causes it to decrease by a very small amount. I mean, comments like that, are you worried that the ideas that you're just throwing out there without necessarily always specific solutions attached is going to attract a certain segment of the population, and that is how your party will be known? I'm
saying to these kind of people, you're not welcome in our party. It's very clear. The platform is there, the principles are there. This is a party for more freedom, responsibility, fairness, and respect. All our policies will be based on that, and the policies are there on my website. So
what do you do about people like that, though, who attach themselves to your cause?
But, I'm saying that, extreme people who are against immigration, they're not welcome in this party. And it's clear. So I will have the privilege to choose the candidates that will run for this party. So, and we'll choose people who share the values of our party.
Are you going to run anyone in the by-elections, possibly Outremont and Burnaby?
That's the goal. That's the goal. We have to build the organization right now, and after that, we'll look for candidates. But yes, I want to have somebody in these by-election as soon as possible.
Okay, I have to leave it there. Thank you, Mr. Bernier. I appreciate you coming in.
Merci.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.